Hey guys, Corral Cooper here with On the Black, and I am joined today by David Daniels of daviddaniels.com, and Dave is a social media and tech blogger. Hey Dave, what's going on?
Good morning. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. So baseball is going to start in a couple weeks. Spring training's underway now. WBC's underway now, and wanted to chat with you about the MLB at Bat app as we always do every year. So first and foremost, kind of wanted to get your thoughts. I'm sure you've been using it for a couple weeks now, and wanted to get kind of your overall thoughts on it.
Yeah, I've been using it for I think about 2 weeks now. Initially I didn't see a huge amount of changes, but I did notice that they redesigned the homepage to make some information to find a little bit easier. I know they're supporting a lot more platforms. I know I was looking at it on my little iPad Mini here. They actually have, they upgraded it for a lot of platforms. Your iPad Mini, your Apple TV, a lot of Androids.
Gotcha.
PS3, I think it's on now.
Wow,
so
nice.
They made some significant upgrades in that, in that department. But as far as functionality, I didn't see a whole bunch of changes. Especially with the increased price, went up $5. What did you think of that one? I heard a lot of complaints on Twitter about.
Yeah. You know what? Anytime a price goes up on an app, people are going to complain. I don't think people were happy with what they were charging initially for it. So to then increase it from there, people are going to complain about that. So
yeah, I was looking at that. I didn't realize when I bought it that it's $19.99 now. It's $14.99 last year. There was really no difference between the 2 years. They had a little upgrade, and that's about it. So I saw a lot of complaints about that, but I didn't see anything functionality-wise. The only thing I saw that actually surprised me was the push notifications that are coming out now. As soon as your team scores, you're getting a push notification. So I'm literally getting the score before I'm getting it from the beat reporters that are covering the teams.
Yeah.
So usually, like for us, when we're watching the Mets, Adam Rubin is usually, from ESPN. He's usually the guy that's tweeting out the scores. And he usually does it fairly quickly. Now the application's beating him to it. So I'm actually following the game a little bit better. So I'm seeing those notifications come out, and then maybe 2 minutes later, I get the beat reporters notifications.
Yeah, I don't know how. I guess it's a personal preference on that, right? Because, for example, I probably will watch 150 out of the 162 games, right? So me sitting here watching the game and then getting a text message, it's almost a little annoying. But I can turn it off, I guess.
You can turn it off.
Yeah.
But for like myself, if I'm working, and a lot of times I am working, but I want to follow the games. Those texts are actually very important to me.
Yeah. No, it's a personal preference on that.
If I'm watching the game, I'm turning it off. It's just too much.
Now, that leads me into my next question about what is your favorite feature of the app, or what stands out to you? Is it the push notifications, or is it something else?
I think the push notifications is the one thing this year. I know last year we said the same thing. It was the push notifications, but I think the push notifications got better. I don't know about you, but this year I wasn't able to follow spring training as far as video. Last year I could have sworn that all the spring training games were streamed for free. This year I'm not finding any, so there was a problem that I had with that. I did some research. I was going on the MLB.TV Facebook page, and there's definitely a lot of complaints about blackout restrictions. You can't watch it. You can't watch the spring training games. There's still a lot of platforms, like I believe Windows 8 is having problems picking up MLB.TV. So there's still a lot of tech issues that they have to work out. But I think the blackout restrictions are still a pretty hot topic right now.
Yeah, and I can see that because, with everyone kind of being on the go, whether you're in market or out of market, you want to be able to turn on the game no matter where you are and do that. And with these restrictions, you can't really do that. And that kind of defeats some of the purpose of the app.
Well, this is supposedly their 11th year doing this. So you would think after 11 years, we could start streaming some of the games in the app. But they're just not there yet for some reason. There's probably legal issues.
I would bet legal and probably advertising issues as well too.
Yeah, you probably know more about that in your department.
Yeah.
But I know, but there's a lot of weird, blackout restrictions that I was reading about. One of them was, if you live anywhere in Canada, you can't watch a Toronto Blue Jays game. So that's
Yeah, that's
your one. If you're living anywhere in California, you can't watch any of your California teams. So you could be living in Southern California and you can't watch the Giants. So they got some pretty weird restrictions there. So I'm hoping they actually start streaming home and away games in the app, because that's where I would pay money.
yeah, yeah. That's true. And same here too. I mean, and that's probably the one thing for me that stands out, that I want to see improved upon is those blackout restrictions.
And I know I'm looking through the app, and they've got the news feed. It's kind of like the old school bloggers. We would use an RSS reader.
Yep.
They have a nice streamlined news feed. It's okay, but I don't see any of the local bloggers getting in there. Like you got. It's like, come on. Those I think it used to be able to do that. They used to have a couple of RSS feeds in the old apps, like 4 years ago, where we could actually get Mets Report and On the Black, and who's the big guy?
Mets blog.
Mets blog. I still follow them too.
Yeah.
But they're not in there, which is the small guys. Those are the ones that I want to read. I don't want to read ESPN.com all the time.
Yeah, well, maybe an idea for them would be, okay, if you've got your standard MLB news, but then allow the user to customize and bring in different RSS feeds that they want to bring in.
That's actually a good idea. Yeah, an in-app RSS feed,
yeah,
RSS reader. I know a lot of people that I work with. If you're new to technology, they don't know what an RSS reader is, but it's very cool functionality of Google, where you can subscribe to your favorite blogs and you have the content delivered right to you.
Right.
So that's kind of what I would love to see in that application. But I think that was the big issue, was the blackout issue.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope to fix that.
Yeah. So tell me, 1 to 5, and 5 being great and 1 being terrible. How are you rating the app this year?
I'm probably going to rate it a 4, because I had to go right out and buy it. It's obviously something that as a baseball fan, you almost can't live without.
Right.
So you have to have it on your phone to listen to every single game, and you also get all the stats that you want. You're notified when your game starts. I mean, there's just so much functionality in this app that you got to have it. So you can't give it the 5 yet, though. Obviously, you get the 5 once you can start streaming home games.
Yep.
And also, I probably should have mentioned, they have a couple of premium accounts that you can purchase. I think they have 2 this year. They have MLB.TV, and then they have MLB.TV Premium.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's $124.99 for your MLB.TV.
Let me see.
I think it's new this year. And it's
I'm looking on the app. I don't see it right away, but that sounds familiar.
I mean, I would love to see some of those the features that they're using on the MLB.TV ported over to your $20 app. I'm thinking myself, if they can start doing streaming and charge $20 a month, I think right there, for a 6-month season, so $240 a year would be about right.
Yeah.
For streaming video, and would save people money over their cable bill. But right now, I'd say a 4. 4 does it for me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, you're a Mets fan. I'm a Mets fan. I can't let you go without asking you a question about our favorite team. So, give me. I think I know what you're gonna say, but give me your expectations going into 2013.
It's not looking good. That's what I'll say. I I definitely want to get out there this year, because they have a lot of kids out there I want to see, especially Wheeler. I mean, hearing a lot of good stuff about him. But I'm thinking, again, 4th place, if they're lucky, last place. I mean, that's now. Usually when we go into spring training, everyone's thinking, they have a shot at 2nd, sometimes maybe the playoffs, but this year I'm going, I'm thinking 4th, very possible.
Yeah, I'm thinking 3rd at best, if not 3rd, 4th. I can't see them finishing in last place because remember we have the Marlins in the division. So
Right. It's definitely a weaker division in past years.
yeah,
So they have a shot at being I could see third too.
yeah.
I'll go for fourth and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, hey, Dave, thanks for jumping on and chatting with me about the MLB app. For those of you out there listening, please go check out Dave at daviddaniels.com. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Carol.
All right.